In this wild ride, we're here to say we're living the imperfect way.
Before we deep dive into anything, hello, my name is Eve.
My name is Sarah.
And we are Burnt Out Perfectionists.
We are two sisters who love to yak and just like want to have people hang out with us. But we have this little conversation. Some of them are structured, some of them are not. Some of them are choose our own adventure, depending on the amount of things we give.
Also, to be honest, my attitude in life right now is matching the weather. I'm hitting all 4 seasons and I still don't know what I'm doing. Currently this morning, it has rained, it has snowed, and it has also been spring. Oh, also a dash of fall with some wind.
Oh, and don't forget last week when it was 15 to 20 degrees every day.
Yeah, so we're in that season, well, the month. I don't even know what to call it.
We call it, there was somebody who came out with this chart to explain Canada and our seasons. And one of them was like first winter, first spring, second winter, second spring, over the months, just because of how much it can vary, especially depending on like the region. Like everybody else was like having like 20 feet of snow and everything was shut down. And then we're over here in BC in like shorts.
It was like 15 degrees, like for a solid week. And my whole TikTok was talking about like New York freeze, the South freezing over, like preparing for ice storms.
Oh, people being like, oh my God, batten down the hatches, fill up your house with groceries, shit's about to go down.
And I'm like,
And I was like, really? Because I'm debating what level of sweater I need to wear right now.
to us, it's like, oh, it's this cute sentimental thing. And to other people, they're like, oh, like, you can always cut out their names, but like, and Auntie Joe and Uncle Brian. Uncle Brian's like, do you know how many compliments I get to ask if I make merch for the farm? And I'm like, really? And he goes, yeah. Like, I wear them around and people are like, where did you get that? Like, do you sell them? And he's like, no, my niece made them for me for like my birthday. And he goes, actually, it was for my wife's birthday. But I was like, I feel like I have to make 2 because like, one, you guys can coordinate, be cute, but also like, it's his family farm. Like, they would always be our farm, but like, it is his family's name's farm.
Yeah.
And same with like Auntie Joe's like, where did you like get this? And I was like, it took me like 5 minutes on Canva to make. And I was like, the funny thing is that I was gonna buy one on Etsy for you. So I was like, oh, I don't know if I have time to do it and stuff like that, and I want to make sure it's right. And she's like, yeah. I'm like, and then I opened up Etsy and I was like, okay, I'll look it up. And I'm like, the exact same thing, built with the same things on Canva, and the person was charging $26 for the file.
Yeah.
Like, not even the...
Which is funny because, like, it was based around a TV show.
Yeah.
So the fact that someone is selling a file with, like, documented fake things.
Well, exactly. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And I think it was like $30 or something. And I was like,
I'll just make it myself.
I was like, this is going to be faster then.
Yeah.
Which the concept to me just baffles me when people are like, oh, I don't know. I just feel like I have this weird thing about making people cry. Like, I will do something.
No, you like to make things that mean things to people. That's what you like to do. Instead of just giving somebody a fucking purple sweater, you're going to give them a purple sweater with something that they care about on it or something that you can't, like, go buy in the store, but it's not, like, ugly merch or, like, weirdly specific. Like, it's not something crazy gaudy. It's something that they would actually wear. Because you're all about, like, or at least our family's about, like, useful gifts. Functional, but also like thoughtful, like not thoughtful as in mushy, thoughtful as in, hey, I noticed Sarah's making polymer clay things. I'm going to get her the next set of the colors that she doesn't have or something like that. Like I'll build on something that she really likes right now.
Which I just feel like that's gift giving in general. Like,
for some people it's not though. For some people it's like they want you to pull something like out of the fucking sky about what they want.
Which like, for a while, I would literally give someone in our family, I wouldn't think it's sentimental. I was like, here is a cute mug. And they'd be like, oh my God, it's the nicest mug ever. And I'm sitting there going, it's just a mug.
Yeah, I love a mug though.
I just saw a mug and I was like, oh, this looks cute.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be great. And now I see people that are like, I made this like tote bag with all these different like charms and stuff. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
If you know people well enough, like that sounds like a hoot.
100%.
Also, I'm cheap. when it comes to like certain things,
It's not even like cheap. It's that the world, so many things are so expensive and the quality doesn't match the price in like our brain. If the quality doesn't match the price, but I can make it, save money, and get them something that I know is going to last longer, I'm going to do it.
instead of going away, it's actually quite lovely versus like we've talked about before, like every season people are like, I'm gonna buy an entire new set of something for this spring because we're almost in spring. Well, I think. Who knows? I'm looking for spring. Spring should be coming soon. But it'll be like, oh, I want to decorate all of this. Like, I'm not talking about that girl that decorates her door that's like magical for every season. But it'll be like, I'm doing my entire house. Well, I need to buy new linens every single season. These ones are for this. I separate these ones. And if that brings you joy, great. I have one set of plates. Like one set. They're plastic because you know what? I am not great with heavy plates. I'll drop them. They break. Life moves on. But like every time I'm like, oh, and that system works for us. And you know what? Sometimes I just have a pile of paper plates in the event that sometimes I'm like, I don't want to do dishes. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. This is my backup that I'll use once in a blue moon. And the fact that I'm like, I just really don't care. But I just find that concept like so interesting of like, if I see something, I'm like, oh, I want to match and I can't look anywhere, I'll just make it. Although, recently, and Sarah could talk to the process of finding like spring and summer clothing, because we've now gotten to the fact, we've talked about this before. We usually buy biker shorts once every like 4 or 5 years until they like, when you wash them and the smell just doesn't come out. They just stay. And same with leggings. So then we always try to like find the same one. We both just buy like 5 pairs and then we're set because that's all we really wear. The ability to find like good quality ones that aren't ridiculously expensive. Like usually we would go to like Costco and they would have Spider or they would have all those other ones. And then they change the fabric in them or they make them shorter. I'm only 5'10". I'm not super tall. I'm not super short. I feel like I'm a solid in between. I just want my ankles to be covered. I feel like that's not a hard thing. But recently I've been like, oh, like I'd rather just have things that I can like quickly throw on. And then we got into like color analysis and I was like, oh, okay, like I dye my hair. I don't have my natural hair color. My natural hair color doesn't match my eyebrows, so I've always been like, I'm just gonna dye it dark once I'm old enough. And we both did color analysis and we were both like, well, not the official one. We like went online, took a bunch of pictures, tried to figure out what was our seasons and stuff like that. And last year I got clear spring. This time I got soft autumn. And like anytime I do it, I get a different thing. Well, I'd say now I get soft autumn pretty consistently, which I think that's because I've not dyed my hair as dark and it's like slightly darker than my natural hair color, but not like too much. Not that those times that I accidentally dyed my hair black, that was fun. It was so dark. I have never looked that pale in the summer.
I used ChatGPT specifically, and I took pictures of my face in like all different types of light and everything. And I was just beyond frustrated. So even I are both pale, but different types of pale. And I feel like even when you go to the store and you're looking at stuff in like those absolutely fucking dreadful lights, you're like, okay, like I think this will match, and you get it, and then you get home and you're like, oh my God, this makes me look dead.
Look, I think we talked about it a bit because we were talking about the issues with like tinted sunscreen.
Yeah.
In last episode. Yes. But I don't know if you went into depth. I don't know. I think it arrived, but you hadn't.
Oh, because I was unpackaging it while we were downstairs.
Yeah.
So basically, I did this whole order and I did it, and I'm on like a budget. So what I wanted to do is get something that I knew I wasn't allergic to, sensitive, skin friendly, and everything. I ordered it all from SheGlam, with ChatGPT's guidance, and I will have to state it was bang on, absolutely perfect. This is the first day that I'm not wearing it because it was Friday and
They also can't see.
Huh?
They also can't see you.
I know they can't see me, but I'm just saying this is the first day I haven't worn it, but like it's actually fun and easy to put on when you have the correct colors. Like it feels like less work.
So before you went and got all of that, you did color analysis, right?
I didn't really do color analysis. I literally took pictures of my face and a bunch of different things. And I was like, tell me what colors I should wear for makeup.
Okay.
And I was like, okay. And it like went through all the things. And then I specifically said SheGlam because it's affordable. And I know I haven't had an allergic reaction to anything on it.
Yes.
So then it goes through House and Picket. It's like, what kind of makeup do you want? And I put, I want like natural makeup. Like it's not 2014. I'm not slapping on a full face going to an office type of thing, or I'm not going out partying. I don't need that. So it gave me all the suggestions and it picked colors I would have never picked because I would have thought they were either too pale or like not the color for me. And I was absolutely blown away at how like it literally got it. Like I didn't want anything drying because I have dry sensitive skin, but also like I'm old. And that shit, you put matte stuff on, it makes you like look 85.
True.
So yeah, tinted sunscreen. I got like blush, bronzer. I got all the things. I found the best setting spray I've ever had in my entire life. And I was like, oh my God. So I wore it like, I think it was like Monday. I wore it Monday to PSG to like a parent support group thing. I wore it and the person I was sitting next to said, are you wearing makeup or is that just like your regular skin? And her name is also Sarah. And I looked at her and I was like, thank you so much. Actually, I finally figured out how to get makeup. And she's like, you need to tell me because her daughter, who has the same name as Eve, is like getting older and her other daughter is older. And they're like trying to figure out like they want to wear makeup, but they don't want to like wear a ton. And it's so hard when you're pale. I'm like, oh, I totally get it. And then I did the same thing. I wore it to hockey. And over half the moms were like, your skin looks so nice. And one of the dads goes, you look different today, but like a good different. Like he's really funny. And I was just like, oh, thanks. I just got makeup that, actually matches my face. And I'm kind of blown away. And he goes, no, like it looks good. I'm like, oh, cool. Thanks. But if you want ChatGPT to be brutal, it will be. I literally was like, okay, based on the pictures and everything else, is there anything else I could do like outside of like if I'm not wearing makeup? Like what else could I do? Because I tried to do the season stuff before and it gave me seasons and my friend and I, it was another mom at school, we're laughing. I was like, dude, it just fucking gave me these colors. She's like, those are not Sarah colors. And I was like, I know. She goes, it's not like you have to completely abide by it, but she was laughing. It was like terracotta, like sepia, like these colors that I would never wear and that I have worn and people go, are you okay?
It's like Sarah has like a rosy pinkish undertone. And it was like oatmeal.
Oh, it was, yeah, like just things that would not work. Not even just personally for me. Like I know aesthetically it would just not look right. And I was laughing at that part, but then I said to ChatGPT, oh, do you have anything else that you suggest? And I was like, yeah, your hair color's too dark. I can see your roots. And I know that you're naturally a dark blonde. You don't actually have brown hair and you have no red tint. And I was like,
Wow.
way to call me out. And it's like, if you actually go to like, what brand do you like to use? And I said Ion because I just use Sally Beauty stuff.
Yeah.
And I put the things in and it like gave me the swatches of what I should do. It's like, if you want a multi-dimensional style, if you just want one, like this is what you should do. And I was like, really? Because like I've had blonde hair before. And I sent the pictures in and I was like, oh, you were so close. But it could have been these ones. And what it'll do is it'll drastically reduce, like I do have rosacea. And it was like, it'll drastically reduce the amount of red in your face. You'll notice. And this and this and this. I was like, okay. I was like, kind of rude. And then I was like, what kind of skincare could I use to like help my face more? Like I'm on a budget. This is kind of what I'm looking for. And I took a picture of all the stuff I had. And it was like, here's a routine based on all the stuff you had. And here's one or two more things you could add in. But the rest of the stuff you have, like get rid of this, keep this, do this. And my face, and I wash my face like every night. And my face has felt so much better. It's like way less irritated. I'm like, what the fuck? This is the best thing ever. And you know what that would have cost me? Probably thousands of dollars. And I probably would have been sold some random shit I didn't need and or had an allergic reaction. Because for example, every hairdresser I've ever gone to, even when my hair wasn't dyed, they would immediately be like, let's put red streaks in it. Or let's dye your hair some sort of, because I'm pale with freckles. And I never thought, oh, maybe I could actually have blonde-ish hair. It's something that's close to my actual hair color. But like, why would that benefit me? I'm so pale. And it's like, well, you need to get the right one. That's why. But it was like kind of brutal, but like not. But I was like, wow, what a fucking difference. In my skin, but also like when I put makeup on, I don't feel like I'm like going too hard, like it's like too fancy, but I also don't feel like I'm almost dead, because what would happen is I would buy stuff that I thought would match my face, and over time it would be like sitting in my pores and like white. It would just like, it just made no sense. But yeah, it was super fun. And then I got all the stuff and I took a picture and I sent it to Eve and I was like, dude, look at my face. Like, I put the lip liner on and lipstick that it suggested. It looked almost identical to my lips. Like, I couldn't even tell when I was putting it on. I thought it wasn't working.
I feel like it's broken.
And then I went to like the super pale part of my lip and I was like, oh, it's there. And I put it on. Even my daughter was like, you're wearing makeup. She's like, are you wearing makeup? And I was like, yeah, I am. And she's like, oh, it looks nice. And I was like, oh, thanks.
Which, like, before, I wouldn't say, like, you, between the two of us, I feel like you invested more in makeup and, like, how to do makeup and stuff like
Oh
that.
my God. When I was in my 20s, I went so hard. I was on the makeup YouTube train. Like, Urban Decay came out with a new palette. I was fucking buying it. I was in on all of those releases. I was their market. Like, if Tati Westbrook, if Laura Lee, if Jaclyn Hill, if Manny MUA told me that this was a hot fucking item that was going to look so good on me, or they said anything like would look so good on people with pale skin, I was fucking sold. I was buying it.
Which is, like,
oh yeah. Like, I used to go to MAC, because MAC used to be in Hudson Bay, and you could go in and be like, I want to get my makeup done. And you would pay, in quotes, $25. They would do your makeup, and then you just had to buy $25 worth of product, which was like, at that time when I went, it was like a lipstick and an eyeshadow.
now it's, like, a lip liner.
Yeah. But I would do that, like, before I, like, went out with my friends, and we would, like, all go. We would just, like, book times, and it was so much fun, because you would watch them do all these things.
I always found it really hard, too, because Sarah had to show me how to do makeup for my grad fashion show.
Yes.
Because I was informed that, like, I had to do it myself.
Oh.
And I was like, oh.
You're like, fuck, no one's gonna come do it for me?
Like, granted, I probably wore makeup.
Oh, you wore it for
Twice.
that. You wore it for, like, that Egyptian presentation. You had an allergic reaction, which was not good.
My Egyptian presentation, I put eyeliner on. And I had a chemical burn from the eyeliner.
Yeah.
I wore clear mascara. But, like, I didn't know what it meant to layer eyeshadow.
Yeah.
I was, like, in my grad year, and I had my senior photos, and Sarah's like, sit down, we have to do it. And I was like, why is there so many steps? Why is there so many things on my face right now? And then, like, I just never really cared about doing it. But also, I did sports. So, like, sports and makeup don't super mix.
That was like me. I didn't wear makeup until, like, grad photos and prom.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was like, before that, it was because I was in dance or something like that, or like a drama production. Like, it was never, I wore it every single day. I just saw zero fucking need in that ever.
Well, then I remember, like, I think it was, like, I turned, like, 19. I got my first big girl job, and I was like, I'm going to go to Sephora.
Yeah.
And then I found out very quickly how expensive Sephora was. And I was like,
it wasn't that expensive when I first started going. Actually, there wasn't even stores in Canada when I first started ordering shit from Sephora.
and I was like, oh, well, I'll try these couple things. And then I was like, this is a lot of effort. Like, I know this sounds bad, but I was like, this is a lot of effort. And then when they started talking about color correcting, my brain was broken. I was like, my extent of knowledge consisted of concealer, sunscreen, eyebrow gel, always
Eyebrow gel.
And I was like, oh, okay, so Sarah does this ChatGPT thing. It works out. I was like, I'm going to figure out what my color analysis is. And I, like, talked about it. I was like, I'm a soft autumn. And you know what? It actually makes sense.
No, it does. Like, we're looking at the colors and stuff, but it doesn't mean that you can't wear colors outside of it. Like, you could still wear them.
So I asked them as in ChatGPT. Because my favorite color is cobalt blue.
Oh, and it looks so good on you.
And I love cobalt blue. Like, literally,
We wear it in like a bunch of like the promo shots too.
let's be honest, this probably because I was like, I want to wear this sweater.
I know, and I don't think I had worn cobalt blue like a sweater ever, and I put it on and was like, oh, this actually looks super nice on me. I was very surprised.
So, if you were unaware of what color analysis is, it's basically like everybody is in a season or a specific subsector of a season of the seasons, the 4 seasons. And it's not that like certain colors don't work for you, it's the shades of the colors. So I was like, I get soft autumn, which is like light academia, dark academia, very like softer colors, but like terracotta nature colors, which I'm like, it's basically Noah Khan. And I'm like, yep, yeah, makes sense. And I was like, I'm worried. Like, my favorite color, not that I should be worried that I can't wear a color because a robot told me no. But I was like, I really like cobalt blue. Like, it's my favorite color. I like to wear it and stuff like that. And I feel like it looks really good on me. And it was like, that's totally okay. To offset the brightness of cobalt blue, wear something like, if you have it in pants, wear like a cream sweater with it to balance it out. Or doing something like this, like don't wear a full outfit of cobalt blue, like do these things. And I was like, that makes a lot of sense.
I've seen like people too. You sent me like the TikToks where they have like the clear piece of plastic and it has the dots of colors for their season. So you can like put it down on the shirts at the store.
Yes.
To figure out if it's like, because you know, sometimes you see it at the store and you're like, oh, that's a great pink, for example. I'll be like, oh, what a fabulous pink. And then I bring it home, like that bright shirt. I took that bright shirt back, the neon pink one, because in Michael's, it looked like a neon pink shirt. When I brought it here, you said it kind of looks like neon coral. And when I looked at it, it is an orange pink. But I like more like a purple pink or a blue pink type of thing.
Yeah.
And when I had a shirt that I got from like Plato's Closet or whatever, and it's from Old Navy, and it's a purple pink, and it's bright neon, and I know that that shirt looks good on me. Like, I know that color looks nice. Not because people complimenting it, like I look and I go, oh, I look alive. You know what I mean? Versus like the other ones, there's something with like that orangey color that just does not vibe with me.
It just makes everything else look like it accentuates all of it. And I always find it funny too, because when people get color analysis, they're always like, so you know how much money I've just saved? That like, I look at stuff and I'm like, you know, this is really cute. I really like this top or this sweater. And then you're like, well, I'm going to try it on. And it's like, actually, these colors just wash me out every time.
Yeah.
So instead of just buying it online for fun, like I know now that I should wear like muted blues or like one's called like peacock.
Yeah, that's the whole thing is it does save you money. It's not telling you no, not to do it, but you know that you may look better in a different shade. Or you might buy that thing and then it sits in the drawer of the closet because every single time you put it on, there's something just like not right when you look at it.
Well, mine says like black is too harsh. Like black's only really in like winter.
Oh my God. What was it? One of the ones where I was like, I feel like I never wear navy, and it's like navy looks really good on you.
Because it's not as harsh as like there's also like different contrasts. So you have like light, medium. I have like a soft contrast purposely. I've done it to myself. And some people, like the only people who really look like good in black are winter. So they also complement with like neon pink, neon purple. Like you would never really see me in those colors anyway. The first time I got mine, like I was looking it up and I was like doing other like tests and stuff like that. It told me that I was a clear spring.
Oh yeah.
Which a clear spring, actually, let me see if I can find like an accurate. A clear spring has like, it has navy, has light gray, has mint, has teal, has true blue, but it's very like harsh. Like everything's very like full contrast versus like soft is like more of a muted tone, which I was like, I don't like to wear harsh colors anyway.
No, you don't like to wear this. Sometimes you're like, oh, wow. Or if you have to wear a bright color, you're like, hi, what do you have in your wardrobe?
Well, I have like a couple things that are like bright red. And like I've had people be like, oh, you look nice in bright red. And I'm like, it could just be me. Like I'm a very like subdued person, but I'm like, why would I wear bright red because I'm like, people are looking at me. I'm wearing a lot of red.
So I went into the same chat where I had the makeup stuff. I was like, based on all the photos and the tones and things that you suggested, color theory wise, what would I be? And it says you appear to be a neutral, cool undertone with some softness.
Okay.
Sounds like my personality. It says slightly darker or cooler in pan ended up perfect on myself. Like more brow products, but it's kind of like leaning back and forth. It's like, so based on the makeup and all the other stuff, it's like, so you need to have dark blonde hair because of your skin. Okay, geez, it's really just giving it to me at that point. Where is it? It says you look closest to soft summer, possibly bordering soft autumn, but cooler.
Oh, which that's funny because summer and winter are paired and spring and autumn are paired.
I know, which means I'm just extra
That's
special.
because you're neutral.
Yeah. It says soft summer characteristics, neutral, cool, undertone, muted soft colors look best. Very warm colors can pull orange or red. Best colors for palettes, rosy pink, mauve, soft berry, cool nude, dusty rose, and taupe. Avoid orange, warm browns, brick red, and copper tones. Everything in my hair right now.
Mine's like, which I'm really happy because it's like neutral is great for you, but also you can lean more gold. And I was like, thank Jesus. I feel like I wear gold and it's like, I wear gold and I'm like, oh, it just like blends well with my skin. I wear silver and I'm like, eh.
I steal Eve's earrings. So I haven't really worn gold that often because a lot of times it has some sort of like nickel content, even if it's like faux.
Yeah.
So I usually end up sticking with like surgical stainless steel, and sometimes it comes in black. So I'll use that. But I've usually stuck with silver, and I feel like that looks okay. And before it told me that everything, it's like you're
Yeah.
one of those people who can wear like any metal.
Oh, first time I did it, it said your metal that looks best, but you can mix is rose gold. I was like, pink?
That's a personal preference.
Pink? But a lot of mine's like basically what yours is like, avoid. Like I'm neutral, leaning more warm. Think it's because of my eyes.
Oh yeah, your eyes are a million different colors in one.
I took a picture, like the picture that I uploaded. 1 second, 2 seconds. You should see how insane my eye colors are.
Yeah.
It's like 5 different colors.
Oh, I know.
And then I did the one that was like, you need to like select each of your colors. Like it's like, do your hair, do your skin, you do this. You try to pick. It's like going to the DMV and they're like, what's your eye color? And I'm like, what is it today? Because Hazel's not an option.
I know. I love how they have not elaborated past the colors that they generally have.
My last medical card said other.
Other?
And then why does it ask your hair color?
Oh, I laugh. I'm like, do you mean my natural hair color? And the guy's like, I love when women are just so open. Like, what do you mean?
Like, I don't know.
It's not going to be that if you find my body. Just going to say it's probably going to be something totally different.
Thank you. And I'm like, you know what should be on that? My allergies.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Right? I'm allergic to the following. Please don't put that near me.
That would be great. But I always giggle because it's like, I started, like, last night I was looking through and I was like, man, I really want some, like, nice plain t-shirts for spring and summer. Or I want some nice.
And you're like, everything's cropped.
Everything's cropped. Everything's, like, takes a million years and it's, like, the wrong shade. And I'm like,
Takes a million years to get. Or I went on and I found a bunch of stuff and I was like, oh, cool. I'm totally going to order this. This is great. And I was on like one of those like bulk blank ordering things because this chick's like, all I do is just order my stuff from here. And then if I get bored or if I get a stain on it, I just put something on it. And I was like, you know what? That's totally my jam. I'm 100% going to do that. So I did. And then I went and the shipping was like $50. And I was like,
oh, if you have things, you have to all buy it from the same warehouse.
oh, I know. So I went on and adjusted it to all the warehouse and it dropped it to $30. But I was like, the shirts I'm buying are $5.
I know. And then I was like, oh, trying it on Michael's. And Michael's was the same.
I know.
And I'm like, all I want is like basic comfy tees. I'm not talking like the Gildan 100% cotton.
No, I want a boxy tee.
You should go on Tap Stitch and just buy the blings.
Oh, okay. So I haven't been on that one yet. I just want I love boxy t-shirts, and I realize how much I love. What I end up doing usually,
Sorry.
oh, that's okay. What I end up doing usually is buying the, I think they're called the softest tee or something at Old Navy. But I buy them in like a 2X so that way, and they're cropped, but I buy them in the 2X so that way they're longer and they're baggier and they fit me the way that I want them to. But then they recently adjusted them because they have a different person who's like stylizing them, like making the styles for them. And fun fact is the person who did Aritzia, like all the Aritzia t-shirts and everything everybody likes. Not the skinny model ones, like the box model ones.
Oh.
So I haven't tried one of them on in person. I was like, I know I like the old ones, but I always want to check like the products and stuff. And I don't know.
I liked the vintage one. It's like vintage boxy tee. My only thing though is that it gets very holey very quickly.
Oh yeah, because it's super soft and it'll like pull too. Like if you have anybody around you or anybody, like say I walk by and I accidentally brush you with like my watch.
Yeah.
It's like fucked.
Which I'm interested. I had a order on Tap Stitch like ready because I was like, I kind of wanted to try those like jean pants that I showed you.
Oh yeah, because some of them are so ugly and some of them are great. Like my friend swears by the sweatpant jeans that they have a bootlegger. Not to out her, but she wears them and everybody thinks that they're regular jeans.
I haven't looked at bootlegger.
Yeah, I think they're like bootlegger goes up and down in prices, but I know that they're there. I can't remember what the inseam is though. I feel like there's a reason why I didn't buy them.
Who is it?
It's Jen.
Oh, she's short.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes bootlegger has inseams that are longer online.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Sometimes I just get so overwhelmed by like some of the websites and where to find things.
It is such a pain. And then like recently we're doing the drop hopefully coming next month. And I'm like, the amount of time that I have spent looking up the coordination of color schemes.
Yeah.
I've looked at so many color schemes. My brain hurt. Like at that point, my entire Pinterest was color schemes.
Oh, that's the only thing that sucks though, is like when you talk about something a lot and it'll happen on like TikTok, like we know everything's always listening. Like it's not a spooky thing to say, it's the truth. But yeah, you'll look up a couple things like when Eve goes, oh, if you want to dye your hair, I need to know in the next bit because I'm going to whatever. And I'll go on there. And then when I go on Pinterest, everything is just either what I was looking at or all these other ideas, like all these other like hair ideas. And I'm like, that's not what I want right now. I want other things. And I don't like going on those specific ones, the tabs that are at the top, because then I'm only in one subject. Like I like a For You page style thing.
Yeah. I also found, because I went on H&M, I went on Hollister, I went on Blue Notes.
I love H&M.
Ardene and Ardene's. Old Navy. Because I was like, you know what I want is like a comfy set. Like a comfy boxy tee and shorts. Why can kids get them in a set and I cannot? And so I'm like all over it. And every single time I can find cute colored tops, but the shorts are never either. They're not long enough.
Oh yeah, no. I need like a 6 to 8 inch seam.
At least. And then I contemplated buying sweatpants and cutting them.
I've debated about that too. You could technically take the bottom half and then even like make them the sleeves of a sweatshirt.
I know, but I don't want to spend like $30-$40 on a pair of sweatpants just to cut them.
Yeah, that's so true.
And then I'm like, how hard is it to make sweatpants? What is the cost of fabric to make
fabric is like atrocious to buy. And then it's like, do they have it anywhere? And then you'll find the stuff and then the inseam is always 27 inches. And that is almost 10 inches too short for my inseam, so.
Like these ones I got from Old Navy a few years ago. They're leggings, but they're like jogger leggings almost. Yeah. They're like, they have like the jogger bottom.
They used to have one
really
like that all the time. They don't work for like, because I had a C-section when I had my kid, so there's like certain things that hit at certain points. And if they like are supposed to look all like cute and almost like, not even just like flat, but you know how sometimes they'll have like the extra like pleats or whatever at the front? And then the pleat emphasizes my gunt.
It's like, oh, let me go directly under your stomach. You're
Or
like,
it'll be like, I'll go right over top, but don't worry, everybody will know exactly where your kid came out of your body. And I'm like, oh my God.
but like, I would love to find blank boxy tees. Granted, we probably should just like go online and then we could just split the shipping.
I know I was like in a mood to get them, and now I'm like, "Ugh, well, I should go through my stuff because clearly my laundry room is full and I have too many clothes. And if
Yeah.
I'm constantly looking for different options, is it because A, I need to do laundry and I don't remember what I have? Or B, I need to get rid of half my clothes or almost all of them?
Mine'd be, I need to go through them. You know what I have too many
I
of?
haven't done a solid rotation in a long time.
Yeah, because I just gave up.
Yeah.
Like, so I was like, when I first got my big girl job, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to buy all these clothes. And then I wear the same 3 things. And then I figured out very quickly, I don't like light gray sweaters.
Oh, there's only.
I will forever live by, if I like something, I'll just get in another color.
Oh, our aunt does the exact same thing. So
Yes.
we were talking when she came to drop stuff off for my husband's birthday, and she goes, "Oh my God." I was talking about leggings because she's like, "Oh, I like your leggings." I'm like, "This is my one surviving pair of my spider leggings that I bought at Costco a bajillion years ago because the other ones either stink, which those ones have now gone on to pasture, the ones I was wearing with her, or it was like the seams came undone. Like, I had them for a long fucking time and wore them a lot. I get it." And I was like, I'm just trying to find a good one. She's like, you know who has really great sales? Old Navy. They are not sponsoring this blog, but if you want to, please go ahead because we toot your horn all the time. And she goes, I went on there and I was like, "Ugh, I need jeans. I'm tired of wearing like skinny or bootleg jeans because she's had like surgery on her knee and like her like in a couple different areas. And she's like, I just don't want to anymore.
It's also just, I'm going to be honest, skinny jeans, I do like them within reason, but like, once you realize that you can wear like those jogger jeans, like they're from like Buffalo that we got from Costco.
Yeah.
Once you realize that you can wear baggy jeans and you know what, any time of the month,
Yeah.
they still fit, nothing in this world would make you feel more like a piece of crap than when summertime comes out and you pull out those jean shorts
Yeah.
and you are like, great, they don't button.
I know. So there's that. She goes, oh, I went on and I bought some cute jeans. They're like baggy jeans from Old Navy. And I was like, did you buy the Wow Rockstar wide leg jeans? And she goes, I think that's what I bought. I'm like, so I have the black one. She goes, I bought them in every color.
I love this
Immediately,
one.
I absolutely love them. And I buy mine 1 to 2 sizes too big in the waist. So that way they're like, they don't pull because I have a butt and I have hips. So they don't pull weird. I'm not getting like some weird pouch effect on the front. And I was like, oh yeah, they're like the best jeans ever. She's like, yeah. And I'm like, I love them because I can wear them. I'm like all month long. And she looks at me, she goes, oh, I get it. I'm like, I'm bloating, I'm not bloating, whatever. And like, if they feel too big at one point, I just throw a belt on. But, pardon me, I know what you mean. Once you find stuff that actually fits that you like I went to Blue Notes and I bought men's jeans. Explain to me why the men's jeans stated that they were a 32 long and they fit my legs.
And you're usually 36?
I'm usually 36. And then the size I got was totally different, but I tried on every single pair of pants in the same size and length in different colors, and they all fit exactly the same.
Which I'm like, is this like a fun ploy that companies have for women's clothing?
Oh, 100%. Everyone's complained about this for years, that what happened, like over the years, things will get smaller depending on the manufacturer that they choose to have. I always found that black jeans in the same style would fit one way. Dark jeans would fit another. Medium and dark would generally be the same. But if you ever wanted like that bleached out color, they were always, you'd have to go 4 sizes up in order to get them to fit.
Which doesn't make sense to me.
No, it doesn't make sense because I literally just did it with men's jeans. I looked at my husband and I was like, oh, I never get like the light color.
Yeah.
Because it never works out. It always fits smaller. And he was like, oh, like, just put these on. I went and got them. Because he noticed how I completely avoided them and just got like black and dark blue. And he went and got the medium ones and the light ones. And I put them on. He goes, those look totally fine. I'm like, they fit exactly the same as the other ones. And he goes, why do you look so confused? I'm like, because with women's jeans, it doesn't do this.
Yes. And it's also like certain pairs of jeans like you wear, you'll like get them and you're like, oh, this is gonna be great. They're the exact same. Like those overalls.
Yeah.
We'd be upset. We got these like short overalls 4 years ago.
Probably. It was during COVID.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so excited for these overalls. And I put on the dark pair and I'm like, oh, these are so cute. I put on the light pair and I'm like, why are they shorter and tighter?
Also, they were literally the exact same style. Like you ordered them just by picking the shade.
Yeah.
And the light ones were easily 3 to 4 inches shorter in the inseam.
Mhm.
And then I got the black ones. And the black ones were a little bit more structured. But they were great. But you could actually like unroll them. And then I had the medium ones. And the medium ones had a stitch where you couldn't unroll them. So I undid it. But they were totally different. And I got them all because I was like, oh, I want them baggy, or like I don't want them stuck to me. And I got them all in an extra large, and the lightest ones looked like they were fucking painted onto me. I was camel toeing more than anybody else on this fucking planet. And I was like, I'm never going to wear these. Like my thighs were up together. I have camel toe, and these are way fucking tighter. Like I couldn't even like do them up on the side. Like I was like, what the fuck is this? Like what kind of joke is this right now?
And I'm like, if men's have ones, would they be different? Like, I'm like, I do need to buy. I know, because last year I threw out like a bunch of shorts, and I threw out a bunch of them because I knew that they have just gone to pasture. By gone to pasture, we just mean like when your leggings, you wash them so many times, and it gets to the point that it doesn't matter what you do.
They just stink halfway through the day.
They stink, or like they pale, or they're like falling apart.
Yeah.
Like it's just the time that they go. And it's every single time I'm like, it's like you have to mentally prepare yourself and like budget for war. You're like,
I'm like, fuck, here we go.
okay.
God forbid I need ones that are long, black, not see-through, and have a pocket in the side.
And I'm like, well, should this time I just buy like an extra 5 and put them away and like a just in case? And like every time I see like people doing hauls, I'm like, oh, that would be great. Also, to anybody who does hauls, can you please state to me how tall you are? I don't care about your weight. I'm not talking about weight.
Yeah.
Solely would like to talk about height. Because when I get so excited, like Tara Michelle, I love you and I love your style.
Oh,
and I'm so excited.
You guys are so fucking on point for style. You guys are so similar.
Yeah, because we have the same birthday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot that.
And like you get like, you're so ready. You're like, I'm like, this is going to be great. And I see this like beautiful long trench coat and I'm like, this is my time. Or this like cute sweater. And I'm like, man, like today she's like sitting in a car with her mom. And I'm like, her head's not even touching the headrest. And I'm like, oh no. Granted, I know I can just look it up of how tall you are. But if there's like a lesser known creator that like you don't really see and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she's like 5'2".
That's why I started watching Rachel. She does Rach Loves and Rach Life on YouTube. I originally started watching her because she was giving like suggestions of stupid shit that you don't need when someone asks you to make a baby registry.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want a bunch of useless crap. Like, I think all this other stuff is stupid. Like, is any of this stuff worth it? And then I found her like, I had already watched her makeup channel. And then on her Rach Loves thing, she started like reviewing clothes. And she's like, now, given I have tatas, and she admits that she does not have like crazy big tatas, and she has 3 children. But she goes, oh, I'm 5'11". It's so hard for me, and I'm all leg. And I was like, sold. Just say your. She's like, I'm like a 36 long. I'm like, done. She makes suggestions. I know that if I get like a large, it'll fit my like butt and hips, but I know it'll be long enough. And she'll talk about like, I've had this for this long. I put everything in the dryer. She's like, I don't have time to hang shit anymore. I have 3 kids. And she goes, and this lasts. It doesn't shrink. And I'm like, oh, I know that's what I should buy.
My only savior recently is when they finally made junior crew socks more available. So then I can cover my ankles. But like,
Yeah.
Like every top that I purchase, I just know I'm going to put it on. And if it's loose, I might possibly get it past my hips.
Yeah.
Just so that I can, cover them. But every single time I'm like, and this isn't, I'd like to say too, this isn't us like saying that like when we launch stuff we're overwhelmed, that like we're the best, anything like this. This is nothing to do with
We're not
overwhelmed.
manufacturing the clothing.
No, like this is nothing to do with that.
They're being created and then being put on blanks that we feel that we approve of.
Yeah, nothing to do with that. I like if someone at one point I actually contemplated hiring like a stylist to find the shit for me because I was like, well, if I put money away every month.
Etsy.
I know, but I've watched Mia Maples and I'm like,
Yeah, some of them are, but she's like very unique, like the stuff that Mia Maples likes.
yeah. And I'm like, well, if I do this, I do this. Like, I should really just bite the bullet and do it. But I'm like, I see the spring. Well, not today. It's like, I see spring coming.
Yeah, not today. Not when it snowed.
But I'm like, well, I like to be comfy. I like things to be oversized. And like, I'd say 2 to 3 years ago, our bodies haven't changed that much. 2 to 3 years ago, if I bought an extra large sweater, it was oversized and comfy.
Yeah.
Now it is. Why is the head so small?
Oh, the head is so small. It's not as fitted. The only hack that I can ever give anybody is if a company has tall sizes. I did this on Old Navy. If they have tall sizes, I will get a large or extra large, whatever I feel will fit my boobs, especially when it comes to a shirt. And then I will get the tall size of it, but I'll make sure that it's still cropped, but it's a cropped tall. That is the only way I've been able to get shirts that fit. Like those, I'm wearing one underneath my stuff right now, but it's a Power Soft. They call it Power Soft sports bra, but it's like a tank top with a built-in bra. And I used to get the other ones and they would be too short. And this one I got cheaper. This isn't the exact sizing, but I went on and I got it in an extra large in tall, and it came and it was 2 to 3 inches longer. So it was actually a tank top, but it was supposed to be a cropped tank top. But the fact that I have to do that math to figure that out is so fucking ridiculous.
You know what I figured out too? Why I get so annoyed? Like, why I thought that process, like to get one of those would be great. That's like just being able to throw on and stuff. I learned my boobs are too big for my size for me to find them. Because whenever you'd get them, you're like, I got a bunch of them. It'll be great. I would put them on and I was like, why am I not comfortable? Reason why is because my boobs would go down and it would go up. So like the physical like bra part, my boobs were too big to fit in them. So I would go a size up and then it was too big on me.
Then it gets like too baggy and it gets like under the armpits, where then you're at the point where you're going to have to like zit down the sides.
Yeah. And I'm like, why? How come Sarah can find these? And every time I try one, I'm like, she says these are really comfortable, but like, I feel like my boobs are at my ears.
But that's the whole thing. Is like boobs are all shaped differently. Like everybody, like your boobs are different sizes, but they're also shaped differently. They go to sometimes opposite sides. Sometimes they meet in the middle. Sometimes they do all these other things. Like there's so many different ways that things need to fit. I know that they work for me. Eve always happily tells me if something works for her. And I'll be like, here, I'll bring them so you can try them. Yeah. And then she'll try them and be like, oh, like these do not work for me.
Because the thought for me is like, oh, you know what? I can slide on this shirt that has a bra built into it.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds wonderful.
I've been on the Carrie Dayton train forever because she's in the same thing. Like, I don't want to wear a bra unless I absolutely have to. She gets those like Uniqlo tank tops.
Yeah.
But she ends up finding them, like, she lives in the States. So, of course, everything's like cheaper there. But I go down and they're like $25-$30 a tank top. And I'm like, okay, like that could work. But then it's like, I'm hot or I don't have time to like, I want to make sure I can go try it on. Because like you said, it could be like these where I feel like these give me like a solid like support. Or they can be like the other ones where your titties are just like, woo, inside the bra.
I like anytime I read anything that's like light support, I grimace. I'm like, oh. Like our mediums, I think those ones are counted as like medium support. And then you get the high support or like the
God, and it's like you're strapping it down for dear life. Like there's a full-on bra built in there. And it's like, oh, so I'm just choosing not to wear a bra and then put a shirt on. Like the Victoria's Secret ones, their high impact bras are fucking insane. Also, they don't fit my boobs anymore. I got one and it was like I was suffocating when I tried to put it on.
Oh, also, unless it's like you need it for medical reasons, zipper front bras. If you have,
Oh my God, especially if there's no locking mechanism, like you can't click the tab down for the zipper. I don't know how many times I've been sitting there with like Eve and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so hot. And I sit down and out of nowhere, it's like my shirt looks all fucked up because my bra just opened up. I stopped buying those.
I was like, in the
It looks
thought
like
of
a
it,
fucking alien. Like there's something coming out. Bam, it's butt titties.
or like if you cross your arms funny and it just goes, "Meh," and I'm like, oh, well, now I need to awkwardly walk to the bathroom.
Oh yeah.
There was one day that I was at work and I have the Puma hook ones,
Yeah.
and I was in the middle of like working and it flung off, and I was like, oh my Lanta. And the level of fear that I felt of like, is everything gonna fall off? Like, I wear a high neck t-shirt, stuff like that, like nothing's being shown. I was like, oh no. And then I felt the other one go, and I'm like,
This is what happens.
like, I'm not gonna flash anybody a nip, but like, it doesn't matter what you do. If that happens, you can see it happening, and you're like,
Oh no, it looks totally weird. It's like when you get the wireless, because I don't like wired bras. When you get like wireless bras and then out of nowhere your tits funnel out of the top or they fall out of the bottom of it.
why are they all silky material?
I don't know. Or they'll be like, oh, it's silky, but here's the silicone strip. The silicone strip will dig into your body. My friend swears by the Wing Woman NYX bras. And I'm just constantly waiting for them to go on sale.
Those ones that I got off of Amazon were pretty good.
Yeah, those aren't that bad. Again, those are in my laundry room. See, bras I forget about. Those were actually pretty good. The black one, though, did not last as long as the peachy colored one, and those were two different brands.
Yeah.
The black one has gone on its own adventure, and I have to, like, somehow iron out. I've got, like, that, you know, when, like, the cup folds, and then you put it out, and it's, like, indented?
And you're like, I'm trying to look like I'm not wearing a bra.
And it's just, like, full line down my tit.
Oh, follow up. Biggest piss off for me is when the band of your underpants, like you wear cotton undies and you're like, do, and they separate. But what's worse is when you constantly, like, you pick them back up and you put them on, like the clean ones, obviously. And you're like, you slide them up and then your finger goes through and you're like, well, I've already committed to wearing these.
Oh, no. Because I only wear cotton panties, too. What pisses me off is it's one of two ways. The elastic is either way tighter than the rest of the underwear for no fucking reason.
Yes.
Or I got these other ones where I was just like, oh, okay, it says the sizing. I go by the sizing, and I didn't realize the elastic isn't as strong as the other ones. So all they do is roll down into my mom fold. The ones that I'm wearing right now. I should have gotten them in like a large. And I got them in an extra large because that was suggested. I was like, well, that's a lot bigger than what I usually wear, but okay, whatever. Like, I've never worn these. Everything else about them is great. Other than that, they're just choosing their own adventure. Like, out of nowhere, I'll just have to, like, stick my hands down my pants and yank out my underwear.
Are they like going to your booty hole? Like when you're putting pajamas on?
Yeah.
You wake up in the morning and you're like, I wore pants to bed for this reason.
Like, there was so much friction in that area now.
And you're like, you wake up and it physically hurts.
Yeah.
And you're like,
I don't know how to even, like, explain that to my husband because he wears boxer shorts. And
but I've worn boxer shorts too, like with underpants.
Oh, I know. And my ass eats anything, especially when it's like shorts. It's just like, hey, nom, 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 like right up. And I'll be like, oh my God, everything. Like, I need to have a shower. I feel like there's so much friction everywhere.
Oh, and then you have like phantom pains for the rest of the time.
I love coming up with just like a uniform of things to wear for a season. Like, that's why I got a bunch of these like long line power sports bras or whatever the fuck they call
Power soft.
I got them in different colors, and then Walmart kind of had some like similar ones, and they were cheap as fuck, so I got them, and then I'd wear them with like overalls because you're still covered, and there would be like maybe a little bit like right at the bottom where you could see if like my skin so scandalous, but I would be covered, but I would still look like put together, and you could throw like a necklace on or a hat. And it looked like a purposeful outfit. And it was still crazy comfortable.
I've seen so many of those like striped sets. And I'm like, oh, I want one of those. Like what Marley.
As soon as I put a stripe set on, it's like, why are you wearing pajamas outside? Is literally what I look like. There's something about the proportions of the ones that I've tried on that are just a no-go for me.
I feel like this spring I will be better. I want to just be able to like look in my closet and be like, just grab these few things. Like I saw a bunch of these tests that were like, how much of your closet on average do you think you wear?
Probably 25%. Right on my laundry pile says I wear all of it.
Thank you. And like, I would love to get to the point that like when I am like, oh, I'm going out somewhere,
Yeah.
I can be like, hey, here we go. Let's go. Like, I can't wear knit because I sweat. I can't wear this because I sweat. Or I'll be like, oh, okay, this will be great. I hate having clothing that depends on what undergarments I wear.
Yeah.
Unless it's like, I get it if it's like a dress that you are wearing to an event or something.
Like event wear. Like
Yeah.
a bridesmaid's dress or something. You know that you have to wear it. But like when you're like throwing on a shirt and you're going to go meet someone for coffee.
Yeah.
You want to be like, okay, I'll throw this on. And it's not, for me, all black from head to toe. Or it's not.
That was really rude.
Oh my God, are you wearing all black?
100% I am.
Fuck, I thought you were wearing navy. I know, but you know my default is like all black.
It's just getting called out left, right, center. No, but I get it. It's like you constantly are like, I don't want to wear all black. Well, now that it tells you that my season tells me that I shouldn't wear all black because it doesn't brighten my tones. But like, I can't find cute graphic tees that are not either black, white, or lemon.
Oh, and I love like a stonewash, acid wash, like shirt.
Yeah.
They come in light gray, black, and the only other ones that are usually colored are fucking like printed. Like it's not like actually a soft, it's not actually the design, it's just printed to look that way.
Well, and like Blue Notes has a lot of them, but what I find too is that they'll go through seasons. Obviously, they're not building their demographic for me. I'm not expecting the world for them, but they'll either all be bands.
Oh my God, every single time I go to Blue Notes and I go, this shirt looks so cute, and I can see it on the edge and I pull it out, and I love this band. Every time it's Guns N' Roses.
Oh, really? I was going with AC/DC.
Oh no, I was like, I also love AC/DC, and it's usually AC/DC or Guns N' Roses. And my husband laughed because I was like, oh, there's one and it's like a white mixed with like black more than dark gray.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is so cute. I should get this. And I pull it down and open it up and I start killing myself laughing because the shirt is exactly what I want. And I love Guns N' Roses, but it's Guns N' Roses, but it's not even faded to fit the shirt. It's like this crisp fucking direct to fabric transfer on top that is so bright and it just doesn't look right. And I was like, fucking hell.
Every time I'm like, oh. Or it'll be a cartoon that I'm like not a huge fan of. Like I'm not a Sanrio fan. I know there's a lot of people that are.
So much Hello Kitty shit now.
So much Hello Kitty, and I'm like, oh, okay. Or I'll be like, well, there's sports. I don't watch basketball. I watch football, and I'm sorry, I don't really want to wear Kansas City because it's nothing to do with like the team. I just don't wear Kansas City all the time.
It's always just like Travis's number on it. Like it's very specific to like what is trending that they'll have on it. And
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Like it's like, oh, you could wear like an NBA one. It's like we have one team in Canada. And I don't really watch basketball.
And I'm not like, I don't watch any of that. So I'm like, oh, okay. And then it'll be like, well, you could be a Dallas Cowboys fan. Excuse me?
The number one franchise brand that makes the most money, other than the Maple Leafs. Ironically, both white and blue.
Oh.
They're like the highest, like for merch sales. It's like the highest thing that's purchased.
Which I'm like, I just don't.
I don't see this though now, like with the Oilers. How much markets? I feel like a lot more people have been buying that stuff, but I know what you mean. It's like I do like sports, but you're not representing all of them. And even when they do it, sometimes it's not that good. Like there's some ugly Buffalo Bills merch out there. Wow. Some ugly fucking
like a real life bull.
Like, or it's just an outline with a little hole where the eye's supposed to be, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
And I'm always like, well, I like XYZ, but I also don't need to walk around like a billboard.
Right.
And I'm not like, also I'm not the type of person that's like, if I wear a band, I don't care if someone walks up to me and be like, name 3 songs or whatever. Like, I don't care. But I'm like, I just want to wear something like blank.
Yeah.
That
like generic, but like generic to a style that I like.
Even like brands like Champion, it'll have Champion all the way across the chest. And I'm like, I don't really want, like, I don't wear clothing to be based off the brand.
No, I've never been like that, yeah.
I wear it to be comfortable, and then it'll be like, the only ones you can get that are blanks are like Bella and Canvas, Gilded, Comfort Colors, and like those ones, which is totally fine by me.
I debated about getting the George t-shirts from Walmart in the men's section in an extra large or a 2XL and then cutting the bottom off. So they weren't like, because they're like dresses on me. And cutting the bottom off and then hemming them to make shirts that would actually fit me. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just do that. And I walked over. Please tell me where the ugliest fucking colors. Like they never have, like nobody has happy colors anymore. Everything is muted or just neutrals. Like I want happy fun colors. I'm so tired of like everybody's car is white, gray, or black. Nobody has like fun colored cars anymore. Like even restaurants or like buildings are just boring. Like everything is just so
Plain.
neutral and plain. And it's like, so what am I supposed to do? Buy a shit ton of Rit dye and just like get a bunch of white shirts and dye them all the colors that I want?
So better.
I've honestly debated about it. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, if we find a boxy tee that we like, just, and then boxy like shorts and just
I know.
get a whole bunch of Home Depot buckets.
I will say I'm really happy that jorts are back in.
Oh,
Because you know what a jort means? A jort means that I can actually get a long short that goes above my knee. I know everybody else gets a jort and it's supposed to be like almost like capris, like they're so long. I can finally get shorts that are long enough for me versus jean underwear.
also, like pre-ripped jeans. I don't know if it's just me. Like pre-ripped jeans to me, I'm like,
I love pre-ripped jeans.
but like there's an extent of like ripped jeans that are like cute.
I like the
And,
ones
like,
that are
tempered.
ripped, but they're like purposely worn. And I think that's why I like them is they're like softer in some areas and there's more give in certain areas.
I mean the ones that are like booty shorts and then like halfway through your leg is just threads.
I used to wear those all the time.
Yeah, my nail's just gonna get ripped and I'm just gonna get caught and get annoyed.
Oh no, the worst is like when you're putting them on, especially after you've had a couple drinks and your feet go straight through one of the holes and you fucking rip them and you're like, son of a bitch. Especially if you're out at like a music festival and you're like, oh God, okay, well I'll just tie this or see if I can make it work.
Finding like, I don't know, maybe we should just do that red dye.
I'm debating about it. I just need to find a shirt that I actually like. I don't need to pay $40 to $50 for a fucking t-shirt. And I know I sound like Macklemore, but that is the freaking truth. I just want to be able to buy stuff. Like guys can easily find shit.
But even guys' colors are poor.
Oh yeah, like colors suck now. It's like nobody believes in having fun.
We could get the ones from Costco.
What ones from Costco?
Like
The Frank and Oak ones?
No, just like the regular Kirkland guys ones.
I can't remember if I like those or not. I just want a soft, worn-in look t-shirt in a pretty color. In all of the pretty colors.
All the pretty colors of the wind.
If you know of a place that does that and won't charge me at the ass, feel free to send us the fucking link.
And I'm not expecting like $1 a t-shirt.
No, I'm not expecting $1 t-shirt. I will spend $25-$30 on a t-shirt, especially if I know it's going to last. I like it, and I know that it will be a staple in my wardrobe. I'm not spending anything past that. I'm fucking sorry. That should not be a low standard.
Also, if it's that price, it shouldn't be see-through.
Exactly. Or the seams should actually match.
Oh, tops and bottoms, when you're like, oh, I'm going to get a matching set, and then you get it, and you're like,
funny you should say that. I was so excited because I got that set. Well, you got me like the pants and then I ended up in the sweater from Walmart.
Yeah.
Of that, was it Reebok or something?
yeah.
And I was like, oh, I have like a pink sweater or whatever, and I thought they matched, and I went to put them on because my kid's playoff color was neon pink.
Mhm.
And I put them on and I was like, oh my God, they don't match. And Ben's like, oh, it's fine. You're still wearing the bright color on the top. The other one's just a little more purple. And I'm like, I can't wear these. And I am that kid where if I had the matching set and the pants were washed more than the sweater, I could tell, and it drove our mother insane. I was like, I can't wear those together. I don't match anymore.
Oh, and I just want to match. And I don't want my whole wardrobe just to be like colorful tops and black pants.
I feel like Oh my God, what was the way that Pinterest or ChatGPT described me? It said, you're an emo punk elementary school teacher for what I wanted to wear.
I think it told me I should be outdoorsy and with nature.
I'm pretty sure it did too.
And like, which I'm not mad at. Like, but I'm also like, I'd like to give, like, owns a bookstore. I changed my glasses. I'm getting closer.
I like your glasses. Those are nice.
Thank you.
But yeah, I mean, it doesn't even have to be plain. I'd be happy with something that's like a fun pattern. But that isn't scratchy and feels like shit.
Or with the main color being white.
Shiny. I hate when you order something and it looks like this like epic sweater. Like sweatshirt that you're gonna get.
Yeah.
And you get it and it's like that shiny fucking, you put it on for 3 seconds and you're already 1,000,000 degrees. No.
On the inside.
And the inside's like that white felt is the only way I can explain it.
It's so bad.
Yeah, no.
I'm not a fan of that. I just want to be like, I will happily spend more on a matching set than like, I will spend it more than buying like 2 separate items if that means that they're exactly the same color.
I know. I will happily buy things as long as they're not see-through. Please tell me where I can get a white shirt that isn't a sports bra or anything like that. That stays white. Like I wash white separately and is not see-through. The only thing I've ever got is this sports bra thing that I'm wearing from Old Navy because they line it with a nude fabric. So they line it that way and you literally can't see through it. I don't know why it's so hard to comprehend this.
I'm like, I just want to be easy breezy, beautiful cover squirrel.
Yeah,
That's all.
right?
I just want to be comfortable. I want to feel like when I get up in the morning and I put clothes on, it's not like,
A sensory nightmare is the great way to explain it.
well, sometimes you put them on and it's like, yeah, I understand your body changes and stuff, but like when you slide on your clothes and it's like, oh,
And you put them on, you're like, oh. It's not because your body's changed. You're like, oh, this fits different now. Or this shrank in the wash. Or I've had ones that have like uneven, like come out where they're almost like stretched out in the wash. And I'm like, I followed the instructions.
or like when you put them in the washer and then they come out and they're like 50 shades lighter than what you put them in. And you're like, I washed them by themselves.
Yeah, thank God I washed them by themselves. I'm still paranoid about anything new, especially since I was obsessed with that Gap hot pink sweatsuit that everybody was getting. I'm like, so nice, but it's so expensive. I'd never get it. And everyone's like, don't fucking wash it with anything. Wash it and then put a cleaning tablet in your washer after because all those neons are just like bleeding. Like they're not even setting them. Like there was a girl who washed hers and she had a spot or something and she was like washing it and like her laundry sink and the laundry sink was just as hot pink as the fucking sweatsuit. I was like, what the fuck? They used to always teach us like when you do the first wash, you wash it with vinegar. And vinegar is like a natural fabric like dye set, but it's also a natural fabric softener.
Yeah.
So I've done that forever with like jeans. Like there's so much like I take my time, especially if I like something, to make sure that it doesn't get fucked up. Or when I wash a sweatshirt and the cuffs and the bottom band shrink 2 to 3 sizes. And suddenly I become Mushroom Sarah, as I call it. Mushroom boob. There's just boobs, a little bit of sweatshirt, and then it's like making me into a fucking mushroom top.
And we don't use like heavy.
Oh my God.
Detergents.
I use True Earth detergent. Like, or, it's like True Earth or not Earth's Own. That's my oat milk.
It's truth.
There's another one. There's an eco one that I use too. Like, I used Super Scent before that. I used Amway soap. Eve uses Nellie's laundry soap. Like, we use sensitive skin soap. Like, this shit isn't crazy harsh. There's not a ton of scents. There's no weird dyes in the pods. Like, it's not fucking rocket science at this point.
Well, it's like,
I feel like in so many ways, society has like progressed so much in some areas and then just fucking declined and gone so backwards in other areas.
so like, I will say eyeglasses. So glad that my eyeglasses are cheaper and that I can have different styles and stuff like that. Wonderful.
Yeah.
I would like to find a t-shirt that I could keep because, you know, when I was younger, I could have the same t-shirt for 5 years.
Oh, or I would have the t-shirt for 5 years. And then I would go through my clothes and you'd be like, I'll take it. And you'd have it for so many years. And then our other sister would take it and have it for so many. Like, it was like the never ending fucking shirt.
That one sweater from Sport Check, it was teal and black and had a hot pink zipper.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a snowboarding sweater.
Yeah.
You had it. You gave it to me. I had it. I put it in the back of my closet because I was like, this one was going to want it one day. Text me out of the blue. Do you remember that sweater I used to have? And I was like, you mean this one?
I was like, oh my God. It's like you kept all my Lululemon sweaters.
I never wore them.
No,
I
you
just
just
kept
put them in your closet. You're like, I put them in the closet. So that way, after you had your kid and there were some years of like adjustment, if you wanted them, you could have them and then put them all back on. I'm like, these don't work anymore.
It was during one of a rage clean.
Yeah.
And she's like, nothing fits me. And I was like, oh, okay. And I didn't have it.
Let me take these $120 sweaters that you bought and just put them aside.
I was like, I just put them under my bed. And then she's like, I worked out really hard and now I don't have any of those clothes. And I was like, here they are.
Oh, this is so funny. I saw this. I think I sent it to you on TikTok. A girl was trying on her stuff because where she is, the temperature's gone up and she was taking out her shorts and none of her shorts fit. And she was trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. She hadn't gained any weight. In fact, she'd kind of gone down a bit. She was so confused. She goes, I put them away. She even checked photos to make sure she didn't have like a shitty memory. Like, did these fit? And she's looking through all the things. She's like, none of my jeans fit. I can barely get them up my legs. Some of them she couldn't even get up her legs. And she was trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. Well, she has them in a under the bed container under her bed. And she has heated floors. So it worked. It basically cooked her jean shorts.
Did you look at the comments?
What?
I'm too poor for this situation.
Oh, no. It's so funny. A bunch of them were like, I didn't know that was a rich person problem. I'm too poor for this. I do not have heated floors in my house, and neither does Eve. But I was just like, oh my goodness, I never thought of what if the register that you have underneath your, like in your room, because it hits the floor. What happens if you have your stuff close to that, if it's shrinking it? I didn't even think of it. She goes, so I Googled it to make sure I wasn't going crazy because that's the only thing I could think of.
Mm-hmm.
And a bunch of people in the comments too were like, oh, wash them again.
Mm-hmm.
Someone was like, soak them in, like when you want to stretch a shirt out or whatever.
Yeah.
Like soak it in, like even just cheap hair conditioner. And then like you can roll them and stretch them out again. Like they can come back, but you might have to like soak them for a while, like get some cheap buckets from like Home Depot or something. But I was like, oh my God, not only are manufacturers and stores making fucking shit in varying sizes. It's like a choose your own adventure when you're a woman when it comes to sizing and clothes. And now there's a possibility of your clothes shrinking while they're being stored.
So I will also say the other thing too, our mom sewed a lot when we were younger. So she has those flexible tape measures. We have done the thing where you literally size every little bit just to make sure that it lines up with the sizing on the store.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
I did that. The only place it's ever worked for me is I printed out the sizing chart from Shein. And I know it's a controversial website for some people, but look it. I couldn't find bathing suits anywhere that weren't $100 a piece. So I printed out their little thing and where it told you where to measure. I measured everything. And then I went on the site and I found bathing suits. Could I put in the same size? No. I got one bathing suit was a 3XL on their site. Another one was a large. One was an extra large. One was a 1XL. One was an XL. Like they were all over the place and they all fit perfectly.
And it doesn't matter with other ones. It just baffles me.
Hours.
And I'm like, who got time for that?
I'm like, oh my God, it shouldn't be this fucking exhausting. I should be like, I'm a 38 double D. This is the size of my hip. And I should be able to type it in, put it into a fucking chart and know exactly what's going to fit.
Oh, if people on websites did that, like for coding, you'd probably have a lot more sales and a lot less returns.
Probably. If they had everything in there accurately. Like what I hate is like that generic chart that comes up for all of them.
Oh.
And you're like, okay, weird. It's saying top sizes. Oh, I've got to click this thing and you go over and then it's like, doesn't give you all the information. And you're like, well, is it returnable? Because I guess I'll choose my adventure.
And like, yes, you can go to thrift stores, but thrift stores, you have the same percentage of things working out.
With thrift stores, the other thing that I do usually is I'll wear like just something that I can easily layer.
Worm suit.
Like I'll wear leggings or I'll wear like biker shorts if it's warmer outside, and like a hoodie and a tank top so I can put stuff over. Because I don't know what happened, but since COVID, like none of ours have like change rooms except for one.
Also, with thrift stores, it depends on what